If you're watching this video, you already know there's another version of you that is already living the life you want to be living. And you also understand that in order to collapse times and bring that vision into your physical 3D reality even faster or at all, you need to become and embody that version of you right now. But where most people go wrong, and this was me too, is they put this version of them on a pedestal. They either make this version so perfect that it is completely impossible to become this version of them, or they try and make such big changes so quickly that their nervous system can't sustain it. They end up self-sabotaging. They go really, really hard and then fall back and end up in some kind of freeze response because what they were trying to change wasn't sustainable. So I am so excited to be bringing this video to you. I think so many people need this right now. I needed to hear this a long time ago, which is why I'm here sharing it with you now. I'm going to make this whole process so much easier for you because honestly, you don't have to do as much as you thought you had to do. I'm going to simplify this and teach you how to lean into the power of micro shifting and the compound effect to collapse times to make your results even bigger from doing actually less and making less of a change inside, but being more consistent with it. So I can't wait to get into this. But before I do, if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Kirsty Elizabeth. I help women release the subconscious blocks that have been holding them back. I help them upgrade their identity, upgrade their energetic frequency so they can recode their reality. Now, if you too are an ambitious, soul-led woman and you're sat at the edge of your next level, you know there's something you need to break through, you know you want more, you're ready to go for it, you take all the action, but it feels like there's some hidden resistance between what it is that you want and where you are right now and who you need to become. First of all, watch this video. Second of all, make sure you sign up to a free live event that I have coming up in a couple of weeks, which is called You Are the Breakthrough. It's going to blow your mind. I'm already planning it. It's going to be absolutely incredible and life-changing for those of you that come and join me on those 3 days. It's completely free of charge. It'll be the first pinned comment that you see. Go sign up for that, and I promise it's going to change something within you. Now, back to this video. Let's talk about micro habits because I am such a huge fan of micro shifting. So when I first started learning about all of this, about manifestation, quantum physics, about timelines and parallel universes, obviously it was mind-blowing, but also it's very exciting. And I was like, ooh, I can use this. I can do this. And I have, and I've created so much success from doing it. But what I found myself starting to do was really, I am one of these people that just goes all in, and I'm like all or nothing kind of person. So I go all in. But I also have this tendency to try very hard. That is one of my wounds from when I was younger, always feeling like I had to try harder than anyone else. And it resurfaces from time to time, of course, as we go through this deconditioning process and removing and releasing layers and layers of programming. And so this was coming through. And it was this idea that I had to be perfect. I was visualizing this version of me. And honestly, it was like this person was absolutely perfect. Like, I couldn't even imagine her having an argument, never getting triggered by anything and all of that. So what was happening was I was creating this unrealistic version of the type of person I had to be in order to create my dream reality, in order to create the next level or the outcome that I wanted next or the next goal. And it made it impossible because then I was believing that I had to be this, and every day I was seeing that I just wasn't that. Now, the other thing I tend to do is try too hard, over try. So then I was thinking, oh my God, I've just got to have a complete overhaul of who I am. Part of this was just leaving everything behind me of who I already am, which is crazy because all we're looking to do is tweak and adjust and enhance and expand and just become more of who we actually are at a soul level, who we actually are at our core, to unlock even more of our power, our potential. We're not meant to be just erasing who we've been up until this point and trying to become someone that we're not, right? Or someone completely different. So I was doing that as well. And it was leading to self-sabotage. It was leading to me not feeling good enough, looking at the results aren't showing what I want. You know, there was that whole attachment piece going on. And then I would just end up just shrinking and hiding and not doing it anymore because I felt like I couldn't, like I could never reach this version of me that was just on this pedestal that was so high up. So what I started realizing was, one, we have the compound effect. It's one of the biggest gifts from nature, right? We know that if we're using it in investment, like this is how Warren Buffett became so freaking wealthy. was through the compound effect. It's time, allowing time to happen whilst making these moves, whilst making these shifts. We lose that effect when we give up, like I was doing. Sort of, you go 100 mile an hour, then you stop. You go 100 mile an hour, then you stop. No, we want to be, if we make the shifts that we need to do smaller and more sustainable, then we can be more consistent. And then with time, the compound effect leads to massive results. So I'm a massive fan when I found out about the 1% rule, which is all you ever need to do. And if you haven't heard this before, this is going to change your life, is improve at a rate of 1% a day. Is that achievable? You don't have to try the 100% that you were going for if you're anything like me. Just 1% a day. All we need to do is just set the intention to be 1% better today. How easy does that feel? Yet the compound effect of that, it's not 365% in a year because there's 365 days. It's thousands and thousands because of the compound effect, because every day you're adding that extra percentage, right? So it is incredible. And over time, over 3 years, over 5 years, like there's so much change, but it's sustainable. We can do it. We're not self-sabotaging because we're only trying to tweak. And that's the power of this. And this is what I teach my private clients as well. And in my programs and courses is let's not go and try and expand so much that we just come retracting back like a yo-yo. We go out that far and then it just comes shooting back. We just come shooting back to our old programming, to the safety, to who we always thought we were, because it's too uncomfortable. The nervous system isn't regulated. It feels unsafe and it feels like it's not who we are. So this is the way we want to do it. So let me know in the comments, is this resonating with you? Are you up for just having to change 1% better every day? How does that feel in your body? Does it give you a sense of freedom or peace or relief? I hope so. That's my intention for you. Now let me talk to you about these 7 micro habits. I want to share these little tweaks, these little habits that you can do to help you become her, to help you become this version of you that you know is already inside of you that isn't perfect, right? She still gets triggered. She still has arguments. She still has to navigate her humanness, and that's okay. But there's certain things about her that's different. And these are the pathway. This blueprint is what's going to take you there. So the first micro habit is visualize this version of you daily. Now, you don't need to spend hours doing this. You could do it before you start work. You could do it as you start your day. You could do it just as a reminder of this is who I am. And the idea of this is you want to be mentally rehearsing this version of you. So when we tap into our imagination and we go into our intuition, then we can see who this version of us is, and then we get to practice being her. So you could visualize in the morning you walking about your day as this version of you. Like Abraham Hicks talks about being really intentional and planning the next event and the next event and the next part of your day. You could just literally sit there in the morning and imagine yourself going about your daily routine, the things that you normally do, in this new way, as this new energy, as this new version of you. How would you respond differently? And what you're doing is you're putting that into motion before you already reach that. So it is a hack. It is a massive power move, yet it's just taking you a few minutes in the morning to do. It also helps show you what that gap is between the version of you are now and the version that you are becoming. Number 2 is focus on the feeling. So pick a feeling. When you visualize this version of you, what does she feel? So for me, it changes at different times. It depends where I am in my season. It depends where I am with, what I'm trying to achieve next. Sometimes I need to tap into courage. Sometimes I need to tap into leadership. I remember one time when I was just really stressed. I was trying so hard. The frequency I needed to tap in was peace. And I just noticed every time I visualized her, I just noticed this overwhelming sense of peace. And it felt amazing and it felt freeing. And so I started going about my day. How can I embody peace more? What can I do today that will make me feel more peace? And I focused on that for a few weeks until I really embodied how that felt. And what it did was it removed the urgency, that pressure, which all of these things, by the way, cause resistance between you and what you want. So my micro habit was just feeling peace, but it would compound and actually remove all of these urgency, fear-based, ego-based frequencies that were in my energy field just by focusing on one little thing. And who doesn't want to feel more peace, right? So it was easy to do, right? I'm stressed. I feel under pressure. What can I do to take the edge off? I'm ready to just tap into peace. And sometimes it's as simple as just putting your hand on your heart and choosing peace, closing your eyes and just connecting with your body, or going out for a walk or going out for a drive. Just interrupting that habit is so powerful. Number 3, show up for yourself. How does this version of you dress? How does she look? Does she do her hair? Does she make her bed every day? Right? What are the little things that you can show up for yourself with every single day? Is it that you're just wearing nice clothes and putting on your makeup, even though you're at home, even though you're not going to see anyone today, because you then embody the energy? You feel like how you feel different, you know? I had a client once say that she had this red lipstick and these red boots, and when she wore them, she felt unstoppable. And yet she was freezing when it came to showing up online and being visible. So I encouraged her to wear her red lipstick and her red boots when she was online, out of the house, wherever, just to access that unstoppable energy. There'll be something for you too, but show up for yourself. And that doesn't need to be a hard habit to do. It's fun, it feels good, and then it becomes naturally who you are. Number 4, and this is so important, celebrate. Celebrate everything that day. What have you got to celebrate? We want to celebrate the wins. We want to celebrate the progress. Progress is so much more important than anything else, and I'll speak to that with number 7. So keep watching for that because it's the thing that most people miss. Celebrate the outcomes, the results that you're getting. Celebrate the conversations that you're having. Celebrate the awareness that you have. Celebrate the new thought patterns you're breaking into. Celebrate the times when you didn't get triggered. Celebrate absolutely everything. And if you do that on a daily basis, again, it's a micro habit. It doesn't take long, but it puts you into a vibration of celebration, which is a high frequency energy, which will make you very receptive to bringing in the things that you want because you're just celebrating. You're expanded. You're happy. You're in joy. You're in anticipation. You're in delight. So what's that going to bring into your life? You'll certainly be able to access amazing ideas. You'll certainly be able to receive the intuitive guidance to get you to where you want to be. So celebrate. Don't wait for the big thing to celebrate. Celebrate every single step of the way. Most people miss this, but this will change your life. Number 5, self-gratitude. Now, I know you're probably already doing gratitude for everything else and everyone else, but what about you? What are you grateful to yourself for? Not just every now and again, every day. Every single morning or every evening, morning's probably best. Write down 3 things you're grateful for yourself as part of your journaling, as part of your morning routine, whatever it is you do. What are 3 things you're grateful for today? Show yourself gratitude. You are building up your self-worth, your inner value, your self-love, your self-respect. That compounded, do that every day for a year, you will be in a completely different place. And again, it's something so teeny tiny. It's so accessible. It's not you trying to be someone else. It's you appreciating who you already are. Number 6, have regular check-ins throughout the day. Set your alarm every hour, every 2 hours, 4 times a day, whatever makes sense to you, whatever feels good to you. And just have a check-in. Who am I showing up as right now? Am I showing up as the old limited, wounded version of me or the past version of me? Or am I showing up as my future self, as the version I'm becoming? Am I acting from fear or am I acting from faith and courage? Am I limiting myself or am I allowing myself big things, big results? What is the energy I'm in right now? This will give you the chance to recalibrate throughout the day. Again, takes 30 seconds. That's it. It's a micro habit. And lastly, reflection. This is the most powerful thing you can do. Reflect every day, at the end of every day, before you go to bed. How did I show up for myself today? How did I expand into this next level version of me? How did I show up as her? What am I proud of myself for? When you monitor the progress every day, every week, every month, you will transform faster than you've ever transformed before because you're seeing the progress. Most people look outside for the progress. They look outside for the results. We know there's a lag time. And the more we look, the longer the lag time. So forget the outside. Remember, your goal, your outcome is for who you become in the process. So that's what we want to measure. What's your progress? How did you shift today? How did you change today? How did you evolve today? And if we have those days where we feel like we're going backwards, then the progress can be in the fact that we showed ourselves self-compassion and not judgment. Every day is an opportunity for progress, for expansion, for micro-shifting, and for compounding. So let me know in the comments, which is your favorite out of these 7 micro habits? Which are you going to start right now? You can start with a few of them and then build on them as you get used to doing them on a regular basis. But I'd love to know what your breakthroughs are, what you're going to change. Let me know in the comments, open up the conversation. Let's start talking. You know I love it when I speak to my community and you speak back. And of course, if you are someone that is like, I need all of this, but I want more support, I, of course, have got you. I'm going to link in the description a couple of ways that I can support you with this kind of work right now. First of all, go sign up for that free live event in 2 weeks. It's going to be epic. And then if you don't want to wait 2 weeks and you want to get started right now, you can either book a 90-minute one-to-one breakthrough session with me, which is coaching. It's also an energy healing, and it's an opportunity for you to receive channeled guidance direct from your energy, your soul, your source, your spirit guides. So it's a 3-in-1. It will be powerful. I'll be able to expose the hidden blocks that have been keeping you stuck, the hidden patterns, so you can shift into the next version of you and a new frequency by the end of the 90 minutes. I only release a couple literally a week, so you'll have to see if there's any availability. And secondly, I also have a quantum jumping program, which goes into this in so much more detail, also gives you the step-by-steps, shows you exactly what to do, how to create your new identity blueprint. There's a workshop, there's an energy activation, there's daily modules that you can go in and do as well, and you get to keep this for life. So that's the Quantum Jumping Challenge. And I'll also link that in the description below. You can go and buy that and get instant access to that right now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. And don't forget to share with anyone you think needs to hear this right now. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.